are you today? I'm Trey Farmer. This is episode number 20, and the title of this episode is The Heart of a Champion. There are 3,600 seconds in an hour, 86,400 seconds in a day, 604,800 seconds in a week, and 31,556,926 seconds in an average lifetime. The heart beats 100,000 times in one day, 3.5 million in a year, 2.5 billion in the average lifetime. I remember when I was younger, pre-MS, pre-health condition days, I would be training and running on this treadmill that I had, and I'd always listen to the Rocky song, Heart's on Fire, and it would get me pumped up, and it would help my training. It would help me complete the training the way that I wanted to. It's such a powerful mantra that carried on throughout the rest of my day too. And it helped me to continue to push forward to my goal. So today I have 10 different motivational pieces, encouragement pieces, spotlights on how to have that heart of a champion. Number one is MS symptoms do attempt to knock us down every single day. And depending on the variance of the MS, it could be every day, it varies so much from person to person and within a specific day for each individual that's affected with this. Or it could come and go, like it could be here for however long and then disappear. It just depends on how your MS is, as I'm sure you are fully aware of this. But the key here is when it does knock you down, whether that mean literally knock you down from coordination, balance, or whatever it may be, different symptoms, or emotionally, or all the above, we have to pull ourselves back up. And I am, for number one, and for all of these, talking to myself. It comes from a place of having to inspire and lift myself up through this, and now I want to share it with you. So that's number one. Number two, hope for the future. Our present, we may be dealing with some really intense circumstances that may be doing what I talked about right there in number one, point one. But we have to hope for the future. Hope that it will improve. And if it doesn't improve, don't reject that part of ourselves. So what? We have a health condition. But there's so many other parts that are beautiful and wonderful, and to tap into that. Number three, inner will. The strength to dig deep within yourself and to find that place of meaning. Find that place where you can tap into that source that gets you back up, that helps with point one and point two. Number four, champions defy the odds. There are many cards that are stacked against me. Example, doing the music, trying to make a run at doing the music again with all of these health issues, symptoms in my hands, other parts of my body that are affected. But I know, and it comes from a deep place within me, that there is a way. And I want to defy the odds, and I encourage you to defy the odds, and I hope these videos help you. Number five, champions are never defeated. Number six, motivation persists. Let that motivation persist. Do not let this stop you. I think that's thrown around often, but truly we have to take heed of those other steps and continue to make ourselves believe it first, that this won't stop us from our dreams and our goals and our ambitions and what we want out of life. We may have to go about it a different way, but it is possible. Number 7, I've heard this and I don't remember exactly who said it, but I love this. One man's hell is another man's heaven. And for me, how I relate to that is I get so down on, oh my goodness, I've got this heavy diagnosis. Oh my goodness, I've been dealing with this since I was 22. Oh my goodness, what's going to happen now in the middle of the pain? And what's going to happen tomorrow and a year from now and however long, 10 years from now? But I've got to remember someone else out there is praying that they could be in my situation. And I'm sure the same is true for you and for anyone. Now, I say that, but I want to make sure that on the back end of that, I mention that when we're going through this, each person's struggle, my struggle is the most serious thing to me. And I don't want to take anything away from that, for me or for you, whoever you are watching this. I know it's tough. I know it sucks. That's why I started doing these videos, because I want to bring it all to the light and share my story with you. Number 8, the comeback. The comeback. The comeback. We all love a comeback story. And it can mean so many things and be so different for each person. It could be simply waking up in the morning and putting on your clothes and facing the day without falling. Because I know that's a common one, the balance and the coordination, back to that with MS. Or it can mean millions of other things. But you've got to believe that your comeback story is being written. Again, I am preaching to the choir on this, and I have to continue to believe that. And I encourage you to do the same thing. Think about it in terms of solution mindset versus wallowing in the pity party, which is easy for me. It's been very easy for me to do. And then there was a breaking point. And I don't want to be in that place forever. I want my life to be about overcoming, about making a difference, about sharing my story. And I want to live a life of vivid colors, like I talked about in the episode Bloom Where You Planted. I want it to be beautiful. I want it to be amazing. I want it to exceed anything that I could ever dream of. Number 9, I encourage you to not let all those seconds and all those heartbeats that were spoken about at the beginning of this video that we all have to be wasted on the negative part of this that we are dealing with, but instead to be channeled into being an overcomer, having a beautiful comeback story written, which is going to be individualized for each of us, personalized for each of us. It's going to be so different and so wonderful for each of us. Number 10, let your light shine through the proverbial clouds of MS, or any illness that you may be facing, or any challenge that you may be facing. I think a lot of these principles, a lot of these thoughts apply to such a large scale and such a broad spectrum of us, of all of us human beings. And I invite you to do that. I invite you to let your light shine through the darkness of the depression, the anxiety, the pain, all the loneliness, all the stuff that comes along with this challenge that we're in, that we face daily, and be a light. To close out today, I want to speak about two people. And there are many people in my life that have inspired me, that have lifted me up. But today, for this, I want to talk about two people that epitomize the hearts of champions. That I have had the honor to glimpse into their lives and to be just blown away by their resolve and how they fought and they face illness and keep smiling. Number one is Sam Thrower. That's my neurologist's son. Last year he battled cancer courageously, and he was an accomplished violinist, and just, I'll never forget going and taking my guitar to the hospital and singing, and then he shared with me how he played violin, and he's really good. And it just made such an impact on my life that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. I'm honored to know him, and I'm honored to know, try not to get emotional, but I'm honored to know someone that had such a tremendous obstacle, but yet they continued fighting, continued smiling, continued to get up and take the treatment and be courageous and to find joy in parts of their lives still every single day to the end. So he is number one on my list. A story that I wanted to spotlight, just a wonderful story. And then number two is a man named Phil Garner, and he inspires me and has been such a good friend. And we met, as he would say, in a broken place in our lives, dealing with a health challenge. He goes to the hospital I go to, and he's been somebody that I can pick up the phone and talk to just about any kind of random thing, and the same for him with me. And something he always tells me is, live to fight another day. Live to fight another day. When the heaviness and when I get overwhelmed by everything that's going on, and he again faces his own health challenge, which is a form of MS. It's a very aggressive form that he's facing. But this guy, wherever he goes, just lights up a room. And he lights up my life. And he's been such a great friend to me. And made an impact on my life. And again, I appreciate that every day I can call and talk to him, and he can instill wisdom. And more than anything else, we can laugh. And we can find joy in the midst of the shared suffering, so to speak. There was a song, or the song, that I sang when I went to the hospital to see Sam, the first person that I share with you at the end of this today. And it was my song, Together We Can. I'm going to share with you the chorus, and the chorus is this. I know you are afraid, and that's all right. Together we can make it, I promise. I know you are afraid. That's all right. Together we can make it. I promise. I wrote that song a long time ago, not knowing how my life, the trajectory of my life would pan out, or the people I would meet along the way that would teach me so much and bring so much joy and so much wisdom and so much inspiration into my life. That song has so much more meaning now, having been shared with someone that as Phil would say, is in a broken place. I shared that song and sang it with Sam in the hospital and his family, my doctor, his wife, in the family room of the hospital. And it was something, again, that I'll never forget. And if you've noticed at the end of each video, I always say, I'm going to say it right now, you are loved. And I mean that. Because I want you to feel love. Because I know it can be really difficult. And you matter, no matter where you're at. You may be in the hospital. You may be lonely just from the changes that your condition has brought into your life. Doesn't matter. You matter. Together we can, and we will make it. I hope this message encouraged and lifted you up today. I had no intention of getting emotional, but I feel everything that I've said deeply. So the last bit of information I want to impart, instill into your world, into your life today, rest of the week and weeks to come, is with every second, with every heartbeat that we have, that you have, make it count. I love you. Have a great night. Thank you for watching.